You've made it to 70. That in itself is a remarkable achievement. But what comes next? How many more years will you have to enjoy the laughter of loved ones, the warmth of the sun on your skin, and the wisdom that only time can grant? Science has been unraveling this mystery for decades, uncovering certain habits and conditions that directly influence how long you'll keep thriving beyond this milestone. The truth is, longevity isn't left to chance. The choices you make today can tip the scales in your favor. Some of these choices are physical, others emotional, and some are as simple as staying connected with people who matter. If you're interested in extending your time on this earth, not just adding years to your life, but life to your years, then stick around. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wisdom on living well in your golden years. Now, let's dive into the first sign that predicts your lifespan after 70. Physical fitness and regular exercise. Your body is like a classic car, beautiful, but in need of regular maintenance. If you neglect it, the engine weakens, the joints stiffen, and eventually the whole system starts breaking down. But if you keep it moving, lubricating the parts with exercise, it will run smoothly for years to come. Science is crystal clear on this. Physical activity is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Researchers from Harvard found that people over 70 who exercise regularly reduce their risk of premature death by nearly 40%. Even a simple daily walk can lower the chances of heart disease, stroke, and dementia. So, what should you be doing? You don't need to lift heavy weights or run marathons. The key is consistency, not intensity. Walking, a 30-minute brisk walk 5 times a week, can work wonders for your heart and lungs. Strength training, lifting light weights or using resistance bands, keeps muscles strong, preventing falls and injuries. Balance and flexibility exercises. Simple movements like Tai Chi or stretching improve stability and prevent dangerous falls. Think about this. Have you ever seen someone in their 80s or 90s who still looks vibrant, still moves with ease, and still has a sparkle in their eyes? Chances are they didn't just sit around waiting for time to catch up with them. They took charge of their health and kept moving. It's never too late to start. Studies have shown that even people in their 70s and 80s who begin exercising experience significant health benefits. Your body is capable of change at any age. It just needs the right encouragement. The best time to start was years ago. The second best time is now. Next up, nutrient-rich diet. Food is more than fuel. It's the foundation of your health. What you put on your plate today determines how strong, sharp, and energetic you'll be in the years to come. Your body has carried you through decades of experiences, and now it needs the right nutrients to keep going. Science has long confirmed that diet plays a central role in longevity. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that older adults who consistently followed a healthy eating pattern, rich in whole foods, lean proteins, and healthy fats, had a significantly lower risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. It's not about eating less. It's about eating smart. One of the biggest threats to longevity is chronic inflammation, a silent killer that increases the risk of virtually every age-related disease. The good news? Your diet has the power to either fuel inflammation or fight it. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, have been shown to reduce inflammation and support brain health. Meanwhile, excessive sugar, processed foods, and trans fats do the opposite, speeding up aging, damaging cells, and making your body more vulnerable to disease. A long life isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about maintaining vitality. Protein is crucial for preserving muscle mass, which naturally declines with age. Without enough protein, even simple tasks like standing up from a chair or walking up the stairs become challenging over time. Incorporate lean meats, beans, eggs, and dairy into your diet to keep your muscles strong. Hydration is just as important as food. Dehydration in older adults can lead to confusion, fatigue, and even hospital visits. Many seniors don't feel thirsty as often as they should, but that doesn't mean the body doesn't need water. Make it a habit to drink throughout the day, even if you're not thirsty. Every meal is an opportunity to nourish your body, to give it what it needs to function at its best. The right diet doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. social engagement, and strong relationships. Human connection is as essential to life as the air you breathe. No matter how strong, independent, or self-sufficient you may be, your body and mind are wired to thrive in the presence of others. Science has proven time and time again that loneliness is more than just a feeling. It's a health hazard. Research from Harvard's Study of Adult Development, which tracked participants for over 80 years, found that people with deep, meaningful relationships lived longer and healthier lives than those who were socially isolated. The strength of their connections, not wealth or even physical health, was the greatest predictor of longevity. Isolation is like a slow poison. It creeps in quietly, turning once lively homes into silent spaces and making the days feel longer, heavier. And it doesn't just affect your mood, it physically changes the body. Studies have linked chronic loneliness to higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging, weakens the immune system, and increases the risk of heart disease and dementia. Being socially engaged, on the other hand, lowers stress, strengthens the heart, and even helps preserve memory. Building and maintaining relationships requires effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. If old friendships have faded, rekindle them. If you've lost touch with family, reach out. It's never too late to make new connections. Join a local club, volunteer, or start a new hobby that brings you around like-minded people. The key is consistent interaction. A phone call, a shared meal, even a simple chat with a neighbor can be enough to remind you that you are not alone. Think about the elders who radiate a sense of peace, joy, and energy well into their 80s and 90s. They are often the ones who have nurtured strong social ties, who continue to laugh, share stories, and engage with the world around them. Connection is the heartbeat of a long and fulfilling life. Effective stress management. Stress is an invisible weight that many carry without realizing its toll. It lingers in the body, tightening muscles, clouding thoughts, and over time, accelerating aging like rust on metal. Scientists have long known that chronic stress shortens telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA that determine how quickly your cells age. The shorter they become, the more susceptible you are to diseases like heart failure, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's. But here's the thing, stress itself isn't the enemy. It's how you respond to it that determines whether it strengthens you or wears you down. Your body was built to handle short bursts of stress like escaping danger. But when stress becomes a constant companion, it chips away at your health. That's why people who live the longest aren't the ones who avoid stress altogether, but the ones who master the art of letting go. Think about it, how much of your daily stress comes from things you can't control? The past is unchangeable, and the future is uncertain. But what you do right now, in this moment, is within your power. That's where stress management comes in. Simple practices like deep breathing, meditation, or even a quiet morning walk can lower cortisol levels and protect your body from the wear and tear of anxiety. Laughter is another powerful remedy. It's not just a fleeting moment of joy, it's medicine. A good laugh reduces blood pressure, improves circulation, and even boosts the immune system. Surround yourself with people and activities that bring genuine joy. Watch a funny movie, share stories with loved ones, or reminisce about the moments in life that made you smile. And perhaps the most important lesson of all, learn to release what no longer serves you. Holding on to anger, resentment, or worry is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. The sooner you lighten your emotional load, the freer, healthier, and longer your life will be. Next up, adequate sleep quality. Sleep is the silent healer, the unseen force that restores your body and sharpens your mind. Yet, too many people treat it as optional, as if rest were a luxury instead of a necessity. If there's one thing science has made clear, it's this. The quality of your sleep directly affects the quality and length of your life. Research from the National Institute on Aging found that adults over 70 who consistently get 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep per night have a significantly lower risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even premature death. But here's the problem. Aging changes how we sleep. You may have noticed that you wake up more frequently at night or find it harder to fall asleep in the first place. That's because melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep, naturally declines with age. Unfortunately, poor sleep isn't just frustrating, it's dangerous. Sleep deprivation increases inflammation in the body, weakens the immune system, and speeds up mental decline. The good news? You have more control over your sleep than you think. Creating a consistent sleep routine can train your body to rest deeply again. Go to bed and wake up the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid screens before bedtime. The blue light from phones and TVs tricks your brain into staying awake. And keep your sleeping environment cool, quiet, and dark. A comfortable bed, a gentle nighttime ritual, and a sense of peace before sleep can work wonders. If sleep is still elusive, try natural sleep aids like chamomile tea, magnesium, or gentle stretching before bed. But above all, listen to your body. If you feel tired during the day, it's a sign that your sleep isn't as restorative as it should be. Prioritize it, protect it, and watch how your energy, memory, and overall health improve. Next up, mental stimulation and cognitive engagement. Your brain is a muscle, and like any muscle, it weakens if you don't use it. The difference is that when your body slows down, you can feel it, but when your mind starts to dull, it happens so gradually that you may not notice until the effects are undeniable. Keeping your mind active isn't just about staying sharp, it's about protecting your independence, your memories, and ultimately, your longevity. Scientific studies have consistently shown that people who engage in regular cognitive activities, reading, solving puzzles, playing chess, learning new skills, reduce their risk of developing dementia by nearly 30%. The Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors who continuously challenge their minds experience slower rates of mental decline compared to those who settle into passive routines. In other words, curiosity doesn't just make life more interesting, it makes it longer, and it's never too late to start. The human brain retains its ability to form new neural connections well into old age. This means every time you pick up a book, tackle a new hobby, or engage in meaningful conversation, you're strengthening your mind's defenses against aging. Even something as simple as memorizing poetry, playing an instrument, or discussing world events can keep the gears of your mind well-oiled. But mental engagement isn't just about solitary activities. Social interactions that challenge your thinking, debating ideas, storytelling, or teaching others, force your brain to process and retrieve information in real time, keeping it agile. Longevity isn't just about how long you live, but how well you live, and a sharp mind is key to maintaining independence and purpose. So, ask yourself, when was the last time you truly learned something new? The answer to that question may be one of the most important predictors of how many vibrant years still lie ahead. Access to preventive healthcare. Aging isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about making sure those years are filled with vitality, mobility, and independence. And one of the most powerful tools in your longevity arsenal is something many people overlook: preventive healthcare. Regular medical checkups, screenings, and proactive health measures can mean the difference between catching a problem early or letting it silently take hold. The reality is that many life-threatening illnesses, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, don't start with obvious symptoms. They creep in quietly, sometimes showing no signs until the damage is severe. But science has shown that early detection saves lives. A routine blood test can reveal warning signs of diabetes before it wreaks havoc on your organs. A colonoscopy can detect precancerous polyps before they turn deadly. A simple blood pressure check can help prevent a stroke before it ever has the chance to occur. Unfortunately, too many people ignore these screenings until they feel unwell. But here's the truth: the best time to see a doctor isn't when something is wrong. It's when you still feel fine. Preventive care is not about treating illness, it's about avoiding it altogether. Vaccinations, too, play a crucial role in senior health. Pneumonia, influenza, and shingles can hit older adults much harder than younger individuals. Staying up to date on recommended vaccines isn't just a precaution, it's a safeguard against infections that could compromise your health in an instant. Beyond medical tests and vaccines, preventive healthcare also means listening to your body. If something feels off, persistent fatigue, unexplained weight loss, unusual pain, don't brush it off as just getting older. Your body is speaking to you, and you owe it to yourself to listen. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of a strong partnership with a trusted healthcare provider. A doctor who understands your history, your concerns, and your goals can help guide you toward a healthier, longer life. You are your own best advocate, and prioritizing your health today is the surest way to ensure you're here, strong, capable, and thriving for many more tomorrows. Longevity isn't about luck. It's about the daily choices you make, the habits you nurture, and the relationships you cherish. Science has given us a clear roadmap for living well beyond 70, but the responsibility to follow it is yours. Move your body, feed it well, keep your mind engaged, stay connected to those who matter, manage stress with wisdom, prioritize restful sleep, and above all, take charge of your health before problems arise. Your best years aren't behind you, they're still ahead, waiting to be lived fully. You have the knowledge. Now it's time to take action. Live wisely, live well, and most importantly, live long.